I heard about it when I was learning to study for tests. I would create practice exams online to study for tests and help with school.
Yeah, so like we took extensive notes in our stats class, and so like when it came to like test time, we'd kind of try and put it all in ChatGPT and kind of summarize it into bullet points so we could like better study for tests.
Also, I've been using it a lot to get literature for my papers, also to develop ideas and structure for my papers. Also, recently I got into building offline or just getting offline models and training them with stuff from the class. So I kind of have like a database with all the knowledge of the class I can use.
I've used it personally for math problems that I find difficult. When I put it in, for example, like ChatGPT, when I put in a problem, it gives me like step by step on how to work through it. So it's very helpful.
I use it to optimize any emails or any communication that I have. I work for a company called BeClear.co. So I have to send a lot of emails or reach out a lot of communication. So I help it to kind of optimize my process.
My general AI experience has been overall, very pleasant. I've been able to maximize the usefulness out of it. It's helped me brainstorm for many items. Like for example, whenever I have to write an essay about something and I'm struggling to like think of something, AI has definitely been useful in that aspect, and it's also been really good to like help me brainstorm and like understand other topics. Like for example, if I'm struggling in a chemistry class, I'll be like, "Yo, can you help me study for this class, this topic that I'm struggling a bit?" And it's just very good in like helping you like reach out in other resources. If like you ever ask it like, "Yo, do you have any websites that I can use to like brainstorm anything like that study?" It'll be like, "Yeah, sure. Here's Khan Academy. Here's this other kind of stuff."
As an engineer, I've used Gen AI a lot in using generative design. So by using tools like SolidWorks and Fusion 360, I think Gen AI really plays a very important role in creating generative designs, right? Where you don't even have to, you can just basically input various properties of the structure that you're looking for. It'll create the structure for you.
I feel like a lot of people are probably stressed about like stealing jobs and stuff, but like I don't know. I feel like that's a further problem down the road. A bridge
where
to
it is
cross when we
now-
get there.
Yeah, where it is now, I don't feel like it's gonna like people are like, oh, artists, it can take artist job, which I totally see, but like the art I see AI create now, I'm like, that's not anywhere near what
No.
a person could create. So
I mean, probably my main concern would be like surveillance, and privacy, because like regardless, like the school has access to everything, and like I feel like that might not be fair.
I'm kind of scared of AI
Yeah.
to be honest. Like I'm afraid it's gonna I don't know. I'm afraid it's gonna be sentient and it's gonna take over the world.
Yeah.
I'd say that the problem about AI is if people get too reliant on it, it'll make us lazy, and we won't do our own work. So really, the most important thing is that we set on it, because otherwise people are just going to end up using AI for everything, and there's going to be no creativity and nothing interesting in the world.
I don't see too much of a risk just yet. I think it's a huge help, and we students can leverage it to study faster, study more efficient, get more work done. So I do think it's a good thing. I think one issue everybody's going to say is privacy. So I think you should be taking care of that. But I guess there's a price to everything.
Honestly, I would not want to use AI because like it's always iffy. Like I hear people, like I had somebody who like would use it and like it wouldn't really give them the best outcome. So like I would rather just use what I'm given in class as my resource.
Yeah, and I feel like it's not really like it's not genuine. Like it doesn't really even sound real. If anything, I would only use it for like or like ask it to like give me a recipe or something simple. But
Yeah.
if it comes to coursework, I can't use it because it's not like a human. Like it's a given that it's a robot.
I definitely see myself using that and like making it'll be definitely a lot more navigatable than previously before, because I know the one thing that I did struggle, because now I'm a sophomore, but when I was a freshman I had really trouble understanding what courses I was signing up for, what courses I had to sign up for. And maybe if you had like an AI system that like helps you understand that, you'll be like, yo, I'm an astrophysics major, how can I what classes should I sign up for?
As for like coursework and syllabus stuff, and this might just because I like my counselor, he's a great guy, but I think I would rather always just talk to a person where I can have a conversation as opposed to an AI bot where there's just less of that. They aren't a person.
It would be pretty convenient, especially like when you're trying to like select electives. Like there are a bunch of them, so like taking an economics minor right now, I get confused like sometimes which electives to take. Like
there are a bunch of them which are really interesting since I want to probably go into like forecasting. And yeah, I would say like just having that to understand like further details about the class definitely helps, because sometimes the descriptions that are provided on Course Explorer may not like fully encompass like what happens in the class. So it would be very convenient. I'd be happy to use it.
For me, I would use it more like to check out resources because, well, it's a really big campus. It's a lot of information. I wasn't familiar that much with the university like before coming here, and I'm international. So I'm really like on the lookout for things that could help me with job placement or internships and stuff. But you really have to like get out there and look for stuff. An IA database with that information would certainly make things easier, or at least I'd have a better idea on where to look for that kind of information. So I would definitely use it.